On the final, there will be scales questions. I'm not actually going to have you write out any scales and turn them in, pictures of them. It's going to be matching and descriptions only. You've already done lots of worksheets and you had a core scales, major scales test. So, so this will be correlation of major and minor and descriptions of them and things like that, and thinking around them. Of course, we'll incorporate scales into other sort of like combination questions where you need to understand your scales. But in terms of actual spelling and description, this will be what it's like. So you'll have a description like this, and you'll have to come up with the answer. And truth is, there'll be a bunch of answers over here. There'll be a pool of them that you have to choose. Some of them are right, some of them are distractors. You got to know what this is. So I just want you to remember that relative major and minor. This is C major right here, has 0 sharps and 0 flats. The relative minor is A minor. It's got 0 sharps and 0 flats too. They are the same scale, but one starts on C and one starts on A. And that's why they're called relative major and minor, because they share the same key signature. So how do we do these? Well, if it says, I want the relative minor to B flat major, you have to spell a B flat major scale first, if you don't have this memorized, okay? Because you could have just memorized them through use of the cards. But you can spell a B flat major scale. So B flat has 2 flats, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. And then remember that if this is my major and I want my minor, I have to go back 2 scale degrees. So I'm going to start here, just like this, and I'm going to go back and back. And so the answer is G minor. G minor and B flat major have 2 flats, B flat and E flat, and they are the same key signature. They just start on different starting notes. Okay, home is in a different place, in other words. Again, you spell the major scale, and you start at the top here, like this is the bottom, but if we wanted to, we could connect these guys like this, right? Start here, and just go back, like this, and then like that, to note number 6. Right? And that's your minor. Now, if you said, I've got E flat minor and I want the relative major, you have to do this in a different way. What you're going to do is you're going to spell E flat minor chord. Like that. Okay? And then, so you see a E flat minor key and I want the major that's relative. I spell an E flat minor triad. And this is my note right there. And so my answer to this is I need G flat major scale. That's the same, okay? Make the minor triad based on the beginning note of the minor scale. Go to the 3rd, that's your relative major. All right, 6 sharp scale. Well, you know, there's just gonna be a list over there. Let me give you some choices and you tell me which one you think it is. So C flat major, C sharp major, how about G major, G flat major, F major, F sharp major, and what else? How about E flat major and E major? Okay, now those are only the major ones, but we could also have, let's see, you could have A flat minor. You're going, wait, it's too many. How about D minor? How about E flat minor? How about D sharp minor? And how about E minor? We'll just try those for a minute. Now, how do we tell? Well, I think you should go back to your major scale and just ask yourself what scale has 6 sharps. And you go, well, that's where I shift it from 1 flat. So, you know, don't just pick here and go like, oh, I don't know. How about this? Well, 6 flats, and sorry, 6 sharps and 1 flat, right? This is F major with 1 flat, right? So this is F sharp major with 6 sharps, right? So this is a possible answer right here. In fact, that is a correct answer. But what about some of the minor scales? Would any of these match up? And I think what you do is you say, well, if F sharp is my major scale, let's try this. I'll spell it out, just like I did for this first question here. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, and F sharp again, right? So this is my major scale. And if I want to see the relative minor that has the exact same key signature or number of sharps, then I start on note number 1 and I go back to 6. So 1, 7, 6. So the answer, in addition to F sharp major, is also D sharp minor. Both of these have 6 sharps because for every key signature, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sharps, or even 0 sharps, same thing for flats, there is a major scale and a minor scale, or a major key and a minor key. So you have to be able to calculate one and then get to the other one if it doesn't present itself immediately to you, right? Don't get flustered by all the choices. Say, that's not important. Do that right there. Let's try this one right here. It represents one you should just have memorized. You should have memorized that E flat major is a 3 flat scale, okay? Hopefully still, but if not, you're going to figure that out some way. To get the minor scale that goes with that, you go E, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. And you go to note number 6. Here's note number 1, there's note number 7, there's note number 6. So the answer is E flat major and C minor. Those 2 scales, spelled with 3 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, are the 3 flat scales that are possible. You have lots and lots and lots of videos talking about this, worksheets that you've done, and of course your blue flashcards. Obviously, you can't have these on the test. That's cheating. And so help me. You know, I hope by now at this point you wouldn't cheat. I can't stop you, but I can scare you that your future will be unhappy and cursed if you do. And if I find out that you cheated, I will regrettably cry a lot and then flunk you in the course. Really, I'll do both. But there you go. Those are the kinds of questions that you'll have to be able to match up.